Alright, hopefully you can hear me. I'm like talking directly into my laptop speaker, so if I sound weird, if like the audio quality is kind of shitty, I'm sorry, but it is what it is. Okay, yeah, thanks for 1K subs. I really appreciate everyone like supporting my music, and yeah, I just thought, some people like a lot of producers they like upload like drum kits, when they hit like milestones or whatever, but I really don't like making drums, so I'm just gonna post a like a beat walkthrough of my most recent type beat, and it's like a oaf1 x capoxxo dance type beat, and it was a collab with Northeast Lights, and what he does, he just sends me like a bunch of melodies and a bunch of MIDI, and I just pick one that I like. And yeah, this is the one that I liked. Yeah, so I'm just gonna assume you heard the beat because like I don't want to play through the whole thing. I like heard it so many times when I was like making the actual beat, so yeah, kind of sick of it. Okay, but yeah, it just starts off with piano. For like piano, I just use Addictive Keys and the Ruby Pop preset. I don't really do too much because like they're just pianos, you know what I mean? So like you hear one, you kind of hear them all. But yeah, these are like the chords that I started with. Um, yeah, nothing too crazy, just major and minor chords, and then a G just at the end, to vary it up a bit, to spice it up a bit. But yeah, I guess something to note is that I like strum them. You can do this by pressing Alt S, and you can like change, see how it's moving a little bit. Pretty cool. And then you can like change the velocities of all the notes like randomly by pressing Alt R to like make it seem more like realistic, like a human played it. But yeah, cause like it's like it's like a piano, right? Usually humans play piano. But yeah, like this is the melody. It's like the main melody that gets repeated like throughout the chorus of the beat. Yeah, but yeah. Um, and then what else? What else? What else? Uh, I have these leads that like get automated in slowly with volume or whatever, and then I have a love filter that's slowly automating out. But yeah, this is like the main melody, right? As I already said before. I guess something to add is that like because since these are synths, you can like. Oh, by the way, I'm using Silent, and like most synths have this, but like you can use like a slide function. So if you have them like slightly above, they can like you can sort of hear them slide. I don't know, it adds a little more character in my opinion. So I usually like adding slides. Right? You can sort of hear it. It's not it's subtle, but it's cute. I like it. So I leave them in there. But yeah, this is the preset. Like I think Silent's really good for like lead synths or just synths in general. Um, yeah, I don't know if I should go too in depth with like the preset or whatever, but it's from. Oh, you guys probably can't see this because like the recording, but I'm like hovering over the preset, but I guess it's no real use, huh? But yeah, this is like I pretty much just layer. These are pretty much the same like MIDI. Um, yeah, pretty much the same, but I just layer them to like create a more full sound. To really fill up that frequency image, as they say. Really, really fills up that space right there. Yeah, what else did I add? Okay. Yeah, just, cutting out the lows, cutting out the highs. I would, like, when you're, like, layering so many synths, like, all that white noise in the synths, like, this, they start to build up. You know what I mean? So, it's important to cut out the highs, so, like, your hi-hats and, like, your other, like, percussion, that's it, like, living in the higher frequencies, so you can hear them. But yeah, I also added ozone imager, but it did not load. Okay, but I probably just added it just to like see the stereo image. I don't think I added any width to it. Added OTT to the higher lead because I feel like it adds like a lot more bite to it and like impact, you know. It's OTT, you know what I mean? Like you can just put OTT on anything and it'll sound fine. And then this is like the lower lead, same thing, just cut out the lows, cut out the super highs. And then yeah, that's all for leads. I like this is the main melody, but like I changed it a little bit as like the beat goes on. Uh, but yeah, it's nothing too crazy. And then moving on, I have pads. You know, they're like kind of in the back, so like you don't really hear them. Again, or this is audio because I think originally the preset was like a Vital preset, and Vital it's like, you know, Vital's like free serum, and like it takes a bunch of CPU, right? But yeah, I think the original preset was Shrinking Filling from Black Lotus Audio. But yeah, it just took a bunch of CPU, so I had to consolidate it into its own like audio file, whatever. And then I don't think I need to add imager just to see the stereo image, and then OTT to boost the mids. Is this playing? Okay. Yeah, just OTT to boost the mids, like slightly decrease the output gain, and then again cutting the lows, cutting the highs. And then the high pad was a Spire preset. I don't actually have Spire, so every like 30 seconds you hear that white noise, right? I don't know, but yeah, I used the Misty Atmos preset, whatever, and I turned down the oscillator too, because I think like in the original preset there's like a pluck, and it's on oscillator too, so I didn't really want that. I just wanted like the pad part, so yeah, I just took it out. Yeah, so that's the pads. I think I added a gated something. What is this? Oh, is it silent again? Like another, it's like a normal synth. I'll play without the gate. Yeah, it's just like a normal synth, but you know, if you add a gate to it, it's like the normal trance gate. You know, it adds kind of like, you know, kind of adds like energy, retention. You know what I mean? I don't. Okay. Yeah, and then lastly, the pluck. The pluck is like just like something new, because you know, after the intro hits, and then you know the chorus, and then like you know verse one, I guess. I need to work on my arrangement, honestly. Okay, this is like the intro, right? And this is like the chorus, and this is like, well, I guess what I originally had in mind was like this would be verse one, or like, and then this would be verse like two, and then like, you know, because verse two would have this kind of melody, and then if this melody repeats in here, right? Do you see how like the pluck has that melody, and then you know the synths repeat it, and this would be like, I don't know, like a I don't know, like a bridge or something. Honestly, I have no idea. Yeah, dude, I gotta like get better at like my beats or whatever. But yeah, the pluck is pretty much just another like silent preset. I use silent for a lot of my beats, honestly. It's like really good in my opinion. But yeah, it's like just a normal pluck, nothing too crazy. And then yeah, OTT, Imager, and then Fat Filter Q3. And then yeah, they're all like the melodic elements are like inputting into this mixer, which is sidechained. I think sidechain is like pretty important, especially when you're like doing for the floor drums, right? To make way for that kick, you know, so that kick hits. Yeah. And then also like a reverb bus. Oh yeah, yeah, I'm using Valhalla Vintage Verb. The like the I'm probably using like the long synth hall preset and like change some of these a little bit. But like I feel like adding OTT at the ends of like reverbs or like at the end of things that give like tails, like decay or whatever. Like I don't know, I feel like it adds like a unique vibe. But yeah, this is the I added like EQ standard stuff and then another reverb for the or another sidechain for the reverb. Um, yeah, for sidechain, I guess you already see, but I use Kickstart. You can use LFO too, you can use Fruity Limiter. They're all really the same thing. Kickstart just like it just looks cleaner in my opinion, so I just got it. It's like $10. But yeah, that's pretty much everything for melodies, except like automation stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much everything for melodies. I really just like have like slight variations as the beat goes on, but it's but yeah, it's pretty much like everything for melodies. And then what's next? Drums, I guess. And then I'll start with the kick. I'm using Aetheral's UK hardcore kick. I feel like Aetheral's pack is pretty good. I don't think I think he took it off, honestly. So if you want, you can DM me or message me or whatever, and I can send it to you. But yeah, it's pretty good. I don't think I do anything. I think I just okay, I think I just look at it. This EQ is not important. And then I layer with a cymbal or a ride or whatever it's fucking called. And I just EQ out the lows. I don't really need to actually, because it's already EQ'd for me. I'm using Vengeance's Essential Club Sounds 2. Yeah. And then for claps, I'm using Vengeance again. And then I'm also using Cashmere's like pre-shifted claps. And this is to give it like a little bit more like, you know, a little bit more variation. So this clap is like slightly not like quantized correctly. And same with this one, it's like moves a little bit. So, you know, it gets a little bit more groove. I don't know. But yeah, I also have like a reverb, like a reverse reverb clap. Right, it adds kind of like tension to your drums. And then I have a cymbal. I think this cymbal is being EQ'd. I think I have stereo width for the cymbal, but it's actually, yeah, being EQ'd a little bit. Just to, you know, build some tension, or just to like, just put stuff in the higher frequencies. And then an open hat. This open hat is also from like Aetheral's hardcore sample pack. You know, pretty basic like 909 high open hat, so I don't know, it's pretty good, so I keep on using it. I know it's like overused or whatever, but shit, if it sounds good, it's good, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's drums. Oh, I guess in bass. For bass, I just used a Nexus 3. I use hard bass. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. And then I think usually I like layer like a bunch. I layer like 3 basses, like a sub, and then like a mid bass, and then a high bass. But you know, this bass is fine. And then I use Kickstart. I use the sub bass chain preset, like to like, you know, not get in the way of the kick. So like every time a kick hits, the sub bass is not. All right. I don't know. It's pretty pretty basic shit. And then lastly, effects. Yeah. So I guess when you first start out, it's just white noise, like another Cashmere white noise. I don't know. I like white noise actually, cause like I don't know. It sounds good. It's like sounds like energy being released. And then this is a crash. I think I added delay on this crash. Yeah. So it hits like your right ear and left ear. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but you know, it's there. And then I feel like I go like a little too much on the effects, like they're kind of not necessary. honestly, but I like them. Like this little, I like it, but yeah, I should learn to like chill on them. They're not that important. And then, yeah, I use the cymbal a lot. And then, you know, just like normal like sleeves. You know, just like risers, down filters, or whatever they're fucking called. And then a little drum break right here, I think. I think this is from Hentai Core's, yeah, drum kit. Yeah, so like the vocal shot too. Yeah, I think this was from one of his, one from like somewhere from his packs. But yeah, I think that's everything so far. Yeah, it's pretty much everything. And then, you know, once everything's in there, it's being routed to the master. And then for the mastering, I usually just add Maximus and then L2. I think you just have EQ. I don't think I actually do too much. EQ maybe boost, maybe like a slight boost, but yeah, usually for Maximus, it was gonna get kind of loud, so I'm just gonna turn it off. But usually for Maximus, you kind of want to like mono the low end, so like it hits harder, because like it's kind of hard to hear stereo imaging, like from the 200 frequencies below. So I think it's best just to mono the low end, so your kick hits like extra hard, and then yeah, just have like multi-band compression. I feel like it's pretty good, and then having something cut the low ends at like 20 hertz is pretty good because it kind of gets like rid of all those like useless frequencies that like don't matter, and so you can like get a louder mix. And then L2, I just use like the Presley clipping preset for this one. Sometimes it matters, sometimes it does. Like sometimes I really cannot hear the difference, but you know, sometimes I just like putting random shit on. But yeah, that's the entire beat. This is like my first time like making like one of these types of videos, so apologize if it was kind of like all over the place and like not that great, but you know, it's the first time for everything. If you have any questions, like leave them down in the comments. I'll like most likely answer, and then yeah, thanks for watching. Yeah.